All right, welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans, right here on the Twitch and the YouTube, and wherever you folks get your podcast audio worldwide. Um, Man, well, that is not how I thought the how the show was going to end, but you know what? Nonetheless, um, I'm not gonna roll around on the ground. I'm not gonna stomp my feet. I'm not gonna, you know, pull a pull a Christian cage in the middle of the ring and flail like a fish. Um, I'm gonna trust the I'm gonna trust the cause, and we'll see what happens next. Um, like I said during the live reaction, at least for the sake of picking someone that's a champ from another brand to represent you, I don't think you could have gotten much better than a guy like Trick Williams. Trick Williams is a guy that when he gets to the main roster, he's going to get pushed to the moon. I firmly believe that. I firmly believe that. Yeah, TNA invasion incoming to NXT. Yeah, watch out. Seriously, watch out. Um, the number one, this Tuesday is going to be interesting on NXT, and this Thursday, which is going to be live from Rhode Island. Yes, I said that. Make sure you take note of it. TNA is going to be live this Thursday. I don't know what kind of joint it's going to be, but well, we'll see. I'm still looking forward to it. Live shows always have been very, we'll just say, fulfilling for TNA fans lately. So who knows? We may get a new TNA champ this coming Thursday. You never know. Or they're going to build towards, or they're going to build towards Bound for Glory, and they'll make this match to get the TNA championship back even bigger. I don't know. But like I said, I'm trusting the cause. I know there's people in the there's people in the chat I see are very upset. Terrence Sullivan, I feel you, man. I know that loss took the wind out of the pay-per-view, but it didn't ruin it for me, because I still feel like tonight was a massive win for the company. It's shows like this that are going to prove to networks that we deserve to be on a decent network, and things like that. Oh man. So yeah, I don't know if Bill's gonna make it in here. I don't think he's spending the night anywhere. I think he's driving back right away. So I don't know if he's gonna make it in here. I don't think Alicia's gonna make it. So you may just have to deal with me tonight, which is it's neither here nor there. I appreciate you being here. We had some wonderful numbers for the live reaction. I was very excited to see that. So as we dive into tonight, make sure you guys smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. We got a lot of nice new subs during the live reaction. It was great to see. I feel like TNA really got some fans back tonight. Granted, like I said, I know the ending isn't what fans wanted, or maybe some did expect this. You never know. Every fan's different. Every fan has their different expectations, their different likes, their different dislikes. Like I said, at least in a champ like Trick Williams, you don't have some chump. The guy is very talented, very athletic, and he's great on the mic. Ton of charisma. 102, Lazzy. I don't want to call you lazy, but I feel like I'm mispronouncing this. It says more upset about Masha than Trick. Okay, so there's an opinion. I hear you. I really wanted Masha to represent both brands and then start a rivalry, say another rivalry with Jordan Grace, and run that back. That would be nuts. I would love to see that. So yeah, Armin says I agree, Jay. I thought Santana will win, but somehow felt if Trick wins, it's okay. They've got new sponsorships like A Game. Hey, we got AJ Styles back in the company tonight for a night. It was still great to see him. I don't know if he's going to do a short run. It's lazy. Okay. All right. All right. I didn't, sorry. But yeah, give me your opinions. Good or bad, whatever. Let's like Trick says, let's talk about it. That's what we're going to do tonight. This is thank you for the follow on Twitter. Oh yeah, no problem, man. Slammiversary was a great show. Excuse me. I wanted Masha to win tonight. Yeah, I hear you. Rebel Avenger says Jacy is talented, but she's nowhere near world title material. Well, I mean, she's had some impressive matches, and she's got a very talented crew. Terrence Sullivan says TNA needed a home run, but instead got a single, not the end of the world, but underwhelming. Yeah, I know. It took the wind out of it really took the wind out of the sails, I guess you could say. But like I said, still a phenomenal show. I'm still very happy about it. Look, man, they sold that joint out. They can't call it a sellout because the whole top part was empty. But for what they had for sale, they sold all those seats. Whatever the total was, 7,000, over 7,500, whatever it was. Biggest attended show in U.S. history. I feel like when they had people attending in the UK during those UK tapings about 10 years ago, I feel like they were really packing arenas back then. So maybe they got some bigger attendances back then overseas. I'm not positive, but so yeah, 76-23, yeah. Gia Miller, you think Gia Miller's putting the gear on? Maybe. I know she's done some stuff out there, but I don't know to what degree. I've never seen her wrestle. I've always seen her just do commentary and help lead panels and whatever. So we'll see. the company's always evolving, and it's great to see. Oh, excuse me. Bell's Boy says, "LOL, TNA still lives." Sorry, J Bone, but that's how and I think a lot more people feel after tonight. Well, and that's your opinion. That's fine. I don't feel like that at all. Like I said, I feel like tonight was a home run. Really was. You look at what kind of they put all those butts in seats. This wasn't like Bound for Glory from Chicago from a couple of years ago, for crying out loud. We had like 1,000 people that I attended that I thought was like the be all end all. It's no, man. They're making waves. They're turning heads. They're putting people in. They're putting butts in seats. You got guys like AJ coming back to the company. I don't know if he's going to do anything else. I'd like to think that he's going to do something on Thursday, because they're still waiting on the whole, I don't know, Dominic Mysterio thing. So I don't know. Swag fan says, you get that many people in a room, that's a home run. Vince Burr, what's up, man? Great show. Yeah, I thought it was a great show. Just the ending, just kind of was like, doggone it. Like I've been through enough of these endings where it's not going to ruin my night, guys. It's not going to ruin my night. Like I said, I'm not going to put a brick through a TV or something. Who were those women singing "Whoop That Trick"? Well, that was a Harlem choir that they got together. I thought that was actually pretty good. When they were a cappella, it was one thing, but when you put them with the background music, it sounded even better. It sounded more complete. So yeah. All right, let's dive into the issue, shall we? Sets all-time U.S. attendance record. See, now it's weird. Because I thought when they were filling arenas around the time of the Hogan era, when they were like really filling arenas for I'm trying to think around the time that like Bully Ray betrayed the Hogan family. Man, those arenas were packed. I could have swore they were like more attended than this. Not that this is bad by any means. This was great. But I could have swore those numbers were bigger. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just seemed like they were. Tasha Steeles took a nasty lumber check. Yeah. We'll get there. Vince Burr says, yeah, I didn't like the ending either. I thought Santana was winning, but they're building long term with NXT. Right. You got to remember, guys, this partnership, this isn't just, it's not over now. Or it's not ending at the end of this year. This is a multi-year deal. Okay. This is only going to help everyone involved. All ships are going to raise up because of it. This is not this is not going to be like TK, whatever TK was trying to do. Whatever he was trying to do. It didn't help his brand. It didn't help our brand. So, thanks, Swag fan. I try. All right. Slammiversary. This is the 21st Slammiversary, July 20th, 2025. New York, Strong Island, as a friend, fellow podcaster would say. Now I missed the tag title match. I caught the end where Ash won. She hit the rarefied air to win the match. I thought the IInspiration were going to win this one and make them 2-time TNA knockouts. Tag champs, excuse me. But no, it wasn't going to happen. But I'll go back and I'll watch it. They showed highlights of it during the pay-per-view tonight, just the ending of it. Then Eric Young comes out and he's just spitting all sorts of stuff. And out comes the hometown man, and he does short work of hometown man beats Eric Young definitively. And I was a little surprised, but that's Eric Young. You know, you're getting too crazy. You're getting to be like a maniac, a world-class maniac. Excuse me. And you're going to embarrass yourself. You lose focus. Now, this next match is what I was looking forward to the most, I think, on the main show. This shocked me. So I'm also very curious to see what happens with this crew, or to see if anyone gets signed from this crew to TNA to continue a run, or if this is one and done. This is really shocking. We got Maclin, Mance Warner, and Jake something. And I love how Enzo just chewed them all a new one before he even got in the ring. But that's what he does. So, real one, Enzo Amore, whatever you want to call him. He comes out and he does his shtick, and it's just, man, I miss that. So much charisma, so much talent. I miss it. I know he wasn't everyone's cup of tea, and I know he's got a couple of haters out there, but I'm not one of them. I've been a fan of his for a long time. Zilla Fatu was really looking forward to seeing what he did, and then Josh Bishop, haven't seen him in a while, so he's just honing his craft and getting better. I hope they sign. Look, because they can't. I don't think they can sign. I don't think they can sign Zilla Fatu because he's on that Indi list, that WWE ID list, or whatever it is. There's so many things. There's like the sport one, and then there's the Indi one. It kind of just makes my head spin. But like I said, Zilla Fatu's got that WWE Excuse me. He's got that contract in his pocket. Just keeping it warm. They're going to hire him. And the kid's probably not even going to go to NXT. Armin says, I ain't a hater. Armin, that made me giggle. Thanks, man. So yeah. But yeah, this was a good match. I was a little surprised that Enzo got the pin on, was it Jake? Not that it matters. But so Steve Rebel says he's not WWE ID. I thought he was. Isn't that the Indi? Isn't that the Indi group that they got the eye on? Like Kylie Ray or what's her name? The bloodline never ends. The bloodline never ends. No, he's not signed, but he's on that list, isn't he? He's on that WWE list. I don't know, it's something. He was one of the first people that they put on that list where they just keep an eye on the indies and make sure they keep honing their craft and doing what they're doing. I forget what it is. It's something like that. But anyways, so yeah. Good match. Enzo gets the pin. So I don't know if someone's gonna go after Steve's title, seeing as he's the one with the title in the group that got the loss, the L. I don't know. But it'd be nice to see Critical Sting says Zilla is not ID'd. I could have sworn he was on that list. Everyone's saying he's not. I thought he was one of the first ones they got, unless that was just someone spouting out a bunch of names in an article and I thought it was legit. Because most of the stuff I try to read is legit. But he isn't signed to it. Okay. So they're just keeping an eye on him? Is that it? I don't know. Anyways. So yeah. Look, I just saying it, all in all, it's going to be just a matter of time before they sign Zilla Fatu. And it's opportunities like this that ooh, Bell's boy is pissed. They blew it. Hey, all right. Not going to say you're wrong. I'm not going to say you're right. You know, I know there's people upset out there. I got you. Are signed WWE talents. Oh, okay. So like Kylie Ray is part of like the Evolve thing, right? She's been wrestling for them, but she also wrestles in the indies. I don't know. Anyways, we continue. I can float on that all day. All right. And then yeah, so the pre-show was fun. You got 3 matches in there within an hour, and then the panel. What shocked me, and I don't listen to David LaGreca as much as I used to. I kind of take him in doses because sometimes he can be like really over the top. But he's got a great crew, you know, between I don't even know who's all in his crew. He's got Natty and Ziggler and Nemeth, excuse me. Tommy Dreamer, Bully. So yeah, I watch clips on YouTube. That's about it. But I haven't listened to the Sirius XM. Maybe I'll get one of those free 3-month trials and give it a spin again. Well, okay, so it surprised me, and I don't know how he got the invite for this, but they had Dave the Snake Sabo from Skid Row. And if you're like anywhere near my age, you know who that is. The guy's a phenomenal guitarist. And Skid Row is one of my favorite bands. So when I saw him sitting there, I'm like, is that Snake? That shocked me. He hasn't. I think he was a little shy, and he hasn't, been on stage for a bit. The band's looking for a new lead singer, so they don't have any shows going right now. So doing this in front of a different kind of crowd, I think kind of was like, whoa, but so yeah. Bell's Boy says Kylie Ray wrestles for Evolve and Maple Leaf Pro. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. She is assigned WWE ID talent. ID talent wrestles on Evolve and the Indies. Okay. All right. Cool. So yeah, it was just cool to see Snake up on stage there. I didn't know that was happening. I knew it was David LaGreca and most of his crew, led by by God, Gia Miller, leading the panel. I think she did all right. She got roughed up tonight. We'll get into that. First match on the main card, we got Cedric Alexander against Ali. Ali actually out there with his full Order 4 crew. The first time in months that this crew has been on the same page. And honestly, it's thanks to I'll say leadership of Tasha Steelz pulling everyone together. It's she did something the other week that blew my mind, and I'm sure blew the minds of a lot of fans out there. She was able to bring everyone together and just kind of she basically killed everybody's egos and pulled everyone together at the same time. And that's not easy to do, folks. So yeah. So Ali comes down. He's got his Secret Service security. He's got his Order 4 guys. Cedric's got no one. So Cedric was, it was like 10 on 1 at one point. It's ridiculous. Ali gets the win here, but I don't think this is done. I think this is going to continue, and obviously Cedric is going to try to even the odds somehow. How he's going to do it, I don't know. Or maybe it's over. I don't know. But nonetheless, good starting match here. So apparently the history behind these two is it was like 10 other matches or something. Ali has never defeated Cedric Alexander. So it was time for him to beat him. So congrats on Ali for doing that. And we'll see where Order 4 goes from here. Hopefully, Ali's just showing more respect to his crew in general. We'll see. Bell's Boy says, when I saw the Skid Row guy, I was looking for Angelina Love and Mandy Lion. What? All right. Swag fan says Tasha is low key the leader of Order 4. So, like I said, she's the one that pulled them together. So she's got some skills there. We got the System and Cardona versus Darkstate. This was a lot of fun. I was really looking forward to actually, because I've been watching the System for a while now, and they've been pretty much on the same page. Little off here and there over the last several months, but pretty much together. But I was really curious to see what the Darkstate guys. I mean, I've seen them attack guys constantly, and they, it's one thing to attack people in the ring, beat them down, whatever. So, Bell's Boy says the Allure used Skid Row as their intro music during 2019 in Ring of Honor. Okay, I wasn't watching that then. I'm gonna have to find some old footage on that. So thank you. Now I understand. I'm like, what are you talking about? Thank you, Bell's Boy. I appreciate that. That is interesting though. I remember what AEW did to his wife, Big Swole. Oh, Cedric Alexander? Dude, I liked Big Swole. Whatever. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know I don't know what happened. Systems turning face. Well, they did tonight. They, it was, Team TNA versus Team NXT. So, Swag fan says Darkstate is okay. They don't excite me because we've seen that before. Well, yeah, it's someone coming in the ring and beating you up and leaving and whatever, leaving you high and dry. Yeah, that's been in wrestling forever. Someone in the TNI audience here called them. I don't remember who did it. It's one of you guys said it was like Timu version of the Shield or something. I was like, oh my god. Well, look, it's 4 guys coming up in the business. They're hungry. They're talented. From what I saw tonight, they're very talented. They all worked like a well-oiled machine in and out of the ring, tagging and everything. They did the moves together. They didn't botch. They looked great. So it's just interesting. But yeah, this is the first actual match I watched with them. So yeah, I was impressed. Good for them. But they lost here. Cardona and the System won. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. Considering the System got the win and Moose lost. So there's going to be a lot more of that. They used the Skid Row song Get Familiar. I don't know that one. That might be. I don't think that's a classic. I think that's a more recent one, possibly. Just writing that down. Thank you. I love it when I get little nuggets of history from you guys like that. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Rebel Avenger says if Shield and Retribution had a kid, then Timu made a bootleg of it, it would be Darkstate. Oh my god, you guys. So funny. But anyways, I was impressed. Very talented, big beefy boys. System gets the win though. So this might be over. I don't know. We'll see. Then we get the update on the Bioflex on the injury report. Reed is replacing Miguel because Miguel just can't get cleared. He really wanted to be in the match tonight. He was trying like hell, but he just couldn't make it. And then what else? Casey Navarro was cleared. He's been dealing with a hurt knee, but he was all right. He was one of the stars in that ladder match, though. My God, he just got murdered, though. Holy cow. And Elijah's out 6 to 8 months, torn tricep. But he's recovering well, they said. So we'll see. Hopefully early next year, maybe the first pay-per-view of next year. We'll see. So, all right. Next, we got Tessa Blanchard and Indi Hartwell. One of my favorite matches of the night. Super talented. Now, there's a bigger story that comes out at the end of this, but Indi Hartwell gets the win. And Tessa Blanchard, oh my God, the ego, the heel ego of Tessa Blanchard knows no boundaries. It's crazy. So, but yeah, I was thoroughly impressed with this. This one, I was not expecting. Like, this one could have went either way. I was just super stoked how it was. How good it was, Indi won, but then she got attacked during a post-match interview with Gia Miller. She got attacked by Tessa Blanchard, and then Gia Miller was trying to stop, not necessarily got physical, but just like trying to like get Tessa off of her, like distract, like get her attention, like, hey, what are you doing? I'm trying to have an interview here. And then Tessa just destroyed her on the steps, and it was like, whoa. Yeah, Tessa lost it tonight. Totally did. So then a lot of people very upset at what happened with Gia Miller. And I'm a little surprised it took people that long to come help her, but whatever, everyone's doing their own thing. So this Thursday, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Is now, from what I've heard before, Gia Miller has a wrestling career. She just hasn't done it in TNA. So we'll see. Maybe that's where this is going. That she's actually going to get in the ring for the first time, and she's going to like transition from, backstage to in ring. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I am. Yeah, she snapped. So then Tessa, I know I'm jumping ahead here, but Tessa is indefinitely suspended. She gets in Santino's face, and she's like, I'm not putting up with this shit. It's hilarious. Yeah, someone came and just carried her out of the building. Indefinitely suspended. So I don't know if that means that she's going to go do a stint in NXT. I don't know. I have no idea. But watch for her on Tuesday. I got a feeling she may show up over there if she's indefinitely suspended in TNA. Why not? Get your foot in the door, So, but yeah, great Great match between Tessa and Indi. We're staying with the knockouts here. Winner takes all. Masha Slamovich versus Jacy Jayne. And of course, Jacy Jayne had her Fatal Influence crew with her. And it took like 3/4 of the match for Masha to even get any kind of help, which was frustrating. Like, where have you been? It's been 3-on-1 this whole time. But finally, Lei Ying Lee came down with Zia Brookside and helped, even the odds a little. But Jacy Jayne is your new and still NXT Women's World Champion and TNA Knockouts World Champion. Hard pill to swallow there. But then in this happening, in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, well, they did this. Then that means that the TNA World Championship is coming home, right? Right? That's what I was hoping for now. But anyways, we continue. Yeah, Santino was cussing and fussing. He's good at that, isn't he? Yeah. Samanagan. X Division title match. This was so much fun. I got so blown away by this. I didn't even circle who won it. And I had a feeling this was going to be how AJ Styles got involved or made an appearance, or however you want to say it. Moose defending. And this, if anyone was going to win anything tonight, this definitely felt like it was Leon's night. If anybody was going to win anything, that was the one that had to happen. But then in the back of my head, I'm like, well, if he doesn't, does that mean that AJ comes out and he challenges Moose? All these things go through your head. And I didn't care how they did it. I just wanted the title to come off of Moose, and then it would be like a fresh start in the X Division. Not that Moose was a bad champ. Moose was a great champ. I dig Moose. He's a great heel. But he actually showed Leon Slater a lot of respect at the end. He took the title from Carlos and he put it around the waist of Leon and put it on him. And then get ready to fly. AJ Styles classic TNA music hits and the place just blows up. Tears are flowing. I got a little choked up. I'm not gonna lie. It was so great seeing him back. But then part of me was like, uh-oh. He's wearing all black. I tend to overthink these things once in a while. And I was like, oh, don't tell me that he's going to come in here after Leon Slater wins and then attacks him at the end while he's like, raising his hand, and then he, boom, clotheslines him or something and attacks him. And then people were like, one more match. And he's like, yeah, we'll get to that. And I was like, oh, we're going to get to that. Thinking, okay, there's a match announcement coming somewhere in here. No, we didn't really get one. But AJ Styles really put over the company where he came from. And so did you miss me? It's like, hell yeah, we did. Not that we don't see you on TV, every week, over on the other show, but on this brand, yeah, you were missed. And yeah, it was just great seeing him, you know. And he really put over Leon. He really did, which was great. He didn't attack him, which I thought for a second he was. But yeah, Leon is your and new youngest ever. He's 20 years old. Can you believe that? 20 years old. AJ Styles doesn't get old. His arms are bigger than yours, Bone Man. Oh, no kidding. I've lost a little muscle mass over the years. Yeah. Yeah, Critical Sting says, did they put Leon over or did they put Leon over? They put Leon over, all right. They really did. It was good. It was good. His mom was there, his sister was there, and his girlfriend was there. So a lot of love there. A lot of love. So, what we got here? Couple matches left. Ladder match. Holy cow, guys! This was, you've seen one ladder match, you've seen them all, but holy cow, this was crazy. I was not expecting the Hardys to win this one. And I'm happy they won, but it almost seemed like they were announcing well, if they didn't win, then there's something's going to change, and I felt like they were hinting at, okay, and then they're going to change their gimmick or something. I don't know. But they won the titles, so maybe they won't change their gimmick. I don't know. But the Nemeths lost. Well, they all lost, but I mean, they lost their title First Class. And the Rascals did too. Look, Myron Reed, you see why they call him the young goat. He did phenomenal, pardon the pun, in this match. He was great. But the stars of this match, the stars of this match, in my opinion, were First Class. I couldn't believe the stuff that they pulled off in this match. Casey Navarro was laying on the ladder and then got busted through from, I don't know who landed on him, but it just killed him. AJ Francis did a backwards moonsault, swanton, whatever. Took out everybody in the ring from up on top of the ladder, or almost to the top of the ladder. He could have just reached over and grabbed the belts. No, what does he do? He jumps backwards and lands on everyone, takes everyone out. Unbelievable. Yeah. Rebel says, I don't know how AJ Francis didn't break his leg on that fall to the outside. Yeah, when he jumped off the ladder that was falling, and instead of landing, flat on the ladder and breaking it that way, he put his feet through the ladder, crotched himself on one of the rungs, and then crushed it that way, and almost looked like he would have broken his legs crushing the ladder with his weight. I was like, what the hell? Unless he was just trying to land with his feet on the ladder and then, slow his fall down, and then I don't know what the hell he was doing, but it's a miracle he didn't kill himself, because that could have went really bad. Oh my god. But yeah, the Hardys pulled off a win here. Jeff Hardy. Oh, because they broke all the ladders. That's what that's what happened. They broke all the ladders. They're looking around. They're completely out. And Matt's going up to the top of the ramp to go backstage to see if he could find a ladder. And what does Jeff do? He gets a remote control for the rope, like the rope that people climb up and get the lighting rig set up and whatever. First time ever seen this. The rope drops right next to the belts. And I'm like, and I think it was Raywald said that might be the most TNA thing I've ever seen in a ladder match. I can't say I disagree. That just was wild. It's not just like climbing a regular ladder. It's like you got to hold the bottom of it so that it stays still. Otherwise, you're climbing, but you're flailing all over the place because your legs kick up and your center of gravity is like you're all over the place on those kind of ladders. So, yeah, Belzeboy says, I hope Casey didn't wreck up his knee more than what he already was. Yeah, I hope so too. My goodness. And then when the Rascals were laid out on the ladders and Jeff Hardy tried to, put them through the ladders and break the ladders and bounced off and then went and did it again. It's like, at first you don't succeed. Just dive through them again. Unbelievable. The rope ladder spot was hella innovative. Yeah, right. There you go. There's your words for the night. Hella innovative. Oh, crazy. Hardy's win. Crowd goes nuts. And then Bully Ray's Team 3D music hits. Oh my God. Someone in the chat called it. I don't know who it was. Someone said, hey, wouldn't it be great if Team 3D showed up and challenged him? Or he said something to that effect. Well, Bully showed up and was like, he looked up at the ladder and he's like, bravo, guys. I don't know how you did that, but you did it. And he kind of put over their history and he put over Team 3D's history and he mentioned the Road Warriors. It's all subjective, but it's hard not to call one of those three teams the best in history because of how long they've lasted and or how many championships they've won. But whatever. So then, long story short, Bully Ray ends up challenging the Hardys, Bound for Glory, one last time, and Devon's going to be there. And I'm guessing it's going to be Bully and Devon's last match together ever. And they're going to do a tables match one last time. That's what I gathered from it. That's what the challenge is. Of course, it's going to be for the titles. So I thought Devon was done. I know Bully wrestles once in a while, but I thought Devon was done. I was really shocked when this came down like that. But hey, where is Devon? He's getting ready. He's only got a few months to get ready, so he's got to get in shape. I'm sure his sons are helping him. And then news came out that, like I mentioned earlier, Tessa's suspended indefinitely thanks to Santino. And then we get ready for the world title match. That were interrupted by Kaz. Kaz is like, I belong in that match, so I'm just going to march myself down there. And I'm thinking at this point, someone's going to stop him and like beat him up, start a fight with Kaz. Someone's going to make an appearance and, chase him to the back or something. Didn't happen. I'm thinking like AJ Styles will come out, chase him away or something. Didn't happen. Might happen on Thursday. I don't know. But anyways, Kaz is on. He's on commentary. So he's going to get involved. And it's like, oh, he's going to screw this up for someone. You know it. He's going to screw it up for someone. Bell's boy, I'm sure that the Hardys are going to defend the tag titles before then. Relax, buddy. Relax. Oh man, Tessa suspended. Like I said, I'm sure she's gonna show up on NXT television or something. She's gonna do something. I don't know. She'll back the new champ, or she'll go after the new champ. I don't know. Let's see. She'll become champ somewhere. But so yeah, Joe Hendry comes out. Mike Santana comes out, and someone's rapping his thing. Comes through the crowd. He's waving the Puerto Rican flag, and then the Harlem choir comes out on stage, and they're singing "Whoop That Trick," and then the theme kicks in, and it actually, once you synced the theme with the choir, it actually sounded good together. So, man, Bell's boy is pissed tonight. I can't say nothing to cheer him up. That's all right. Like I said, some of us are going to be more upset than others. It's all good. It's all good. I can respect it. Daniel William Clark on the Twitch says, "What's up, J-Bone? I just got home from Slammiversary. What a phenomenal night." There you go, man. There you go. Glad you had fun, man. Glad you got home safe. Nice Godzilla shirt. Thank you. Straight out of Walmart. Thank you. So, all right. Main event time. Trick defending his championship against Mike Santana, Joe Hendry. Trick at one point was out of the ring. Looked like he was injured. He was being attended to. Here's the thing. He never left the ring area until he was like halfway up the ramp, but then he was still there. And I'm like, okay, they didn't carry him to the back. Something's going on. And as soon as Mike, did the finisher on Joe, in slides, Trick, throws him out, gets the quick pin on Joe Hendry, and then boom, still champ. And it was just, it took the wind out of the place. I'm not going to lie. Because it really felt like it was going to be Mike Santana's night, But I have no doubt I'm going to trust the process. And I still feel like it's going to be Mike Santana's night. And it may happen as soon as Thursday. I don't know. Maybe AJ will get involved somehow. or not, or maybe Santino or Carlos will demand a rematch or something. I don't know. Something's going to happen. It's live television, so usually something special happens on live television on Thursday. So, and that's going to be from Rhode Island, and then the next night is tapings as well. But if you watch NXT, it seems like NXT is going to be interesting too, because now Jayne is a double champ. So she's going to have even more people after her. So don't be surprised if it actually would make sense if Tessa is suspended and she could show up on NXT and she can't show up on TNA television, that she could at least get a shot at it. I don't know. Just thinking. But yeah. So yeah, look, it was a lot of fun. Did I get all my predictions right? No. Did we get the title back tonight? No. But like I said, I'm trusting the process. I'm not mad. It was just kind of a bummer, And it was great to see some old friends in the front row. Of course, Bill in the front row, having a blast. Money. Bill even got a too sweet from AJ Styles, for crying out loud. He's always going to have that. I'm going to try to get a screenshot of that so that when we do the show on Thursday, I can show him that, because that looked phenomenal. And Bell's voice said, I finished 2 out of 6 on my predictions. See, that's the real reason. It's like, I'm teasing. I have no clue what mine were. I don't remember what. I obviously didn't get much of mine right anyways either, so that's all right. So yeah, that's it. Bill didn't make it in tonight. Alisha didn't make it in tonight. So you got me. Hopefully we'll get the whole crew back on Thursday, and we'll talk about the live fallout from tonight's Slammiversary. Trickus still champ. Jacy, Jayne, and new Knockouts champion. Oof. Rough night for the title holders. Steve Maclin didn't lose his, and Ash and her crew didn't lose theirs. So at least there's that, I guess. All right. So thank you so much for watching tonight. We got a nice amount of subs during the live reaction, and it's greatly appreciated. So some great numbers. Thank you so much. I knew it was going to be a fun night tonight. Make sure you guys, on your way out, make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. If you want to help support the show, you could join the membership, because the show is not monetized currently, but the memberships are still live, I believe. So you can do that. So yeah. And thanks, Daniel. Appreciate it. And for those that are new here, welcome. Certainly got some new faces in the chat tonight. Great to see. Welcome to the family. And yeah, we do this every Thursday, and then Team Tna UK also does their show every Wednesday. So make sure you give them some love too. So like I said, on the way out, smash that like button, and we'll see you down the road. Much love. We'll see you soon.